2 p.m. and we're live at 2, just like we said we would. What is
We
up?
made it on time on today.
You know what it is.
Good people, we are live. We're live on
Facebook
YouTube
and
Facebook.
both
Facebook. We're here.
both
Get on in here as you come on in. Hit that like button. Don't even start with the bullshit.
See, here we got one person on YouTube and no likes.
Yeah, see, they're starting with the bullshit early. Cut the shift.
What up, Ivan? We live.
We in here on time.
2 p.m. like we said we would.
Shout out to the sponsors, Drum Tracks app.
You know what it is.
I need you to stop. You have to stop saying that, bro.
We got a couple people on Facebook too today. What's going on?
Shout 'em
Matthias and Noah.
Okay.
That was
How do we sound?
Matthias Dennis
people?
Mason Stapleton, like the temple, like the church.
Stapleton, Matthias Stapleton.
Yes, sir.
Church of
Fam,
God
listen,
in
you guys. Before we
Christ.
get started, can you hear us? Let us know if you can hear us. If we're too loud. If I'm louder than Sticks. If as long as Sticks is not whispering in the camera. But
Truck you.
I'm just saying. What's good, John?
We in this
What's
thing.
up, Noah? Can you hear us good? Let
Can
us
I get
know
back
if you
to the
guys can hear us.
sponsors?
As soon as they tell us if they can hear us, then we get back to the sponsors. Hold your horses in, man.
Type faster.
I got DJ Coles. He may ask me what I think of the ideas. I'll tell you what I think of the ideas if you can tell me if you can hear me. Wow. Tyrone says I can hear you. Not sure if that's a good thing.
Nah, he gets it. He gets it.
Hey, I like the ideas. We had already actually been talking about doing something very similar. So I do like the ideas. We talking about t-shirts and whatnot. So
All right, back to the sponsors.
let's
Drum
get
Tracks
to the
app.
sponsors. You know what it is.
I was already there and you interrupted.
Download.
Download the app and you have access to all of the tracks to stream for free. If you want access to the video lessons, you got to sign up for our premium membership, which is $10 per month or $100 a year, which means you get 2 months free every single year. The price will be going up soon, so you may want to get in while you fit in today. If the price goes up and you have already signed up for the $10 situation or the $100 situation, you get to keep it. Your grandfather did.
You know what it is.
What is the Apple update as far as people who have an iOS to be able to?
I'm going to answer that question. But before I answer that question, Lincoln McNish asked, "How much is free?" ?
That is a phenomenal question. Let me pull out my calculator. So
Yeah,
I'm using my phone. You probably can't. Oh, they can't see it.
yeah, they can barely see it.
All right, so I'm gonna type it in here. I'm actually gonna pull out the calculator.
We got to figure out. I mean, because like free is the calculation, the formula to get there is we learned it in trigonometry.
Okay, yeah,
how to get the free.
I'm pulling
So
up the calculator. This is amazing. Like, I'm not gassing you.
no, it's okay. We went over this. We went over this before how to calculate free.
Show the people.
No, it's just you can't see. Well, it's starting. No, there's nothing there.
You can see it.
Oh yeah, there's nothing there.
It's the app.
I guess that's the point.
I mean, the app. No, it's my phone. So I'm gonna do the numbers to show you what free is. 8,000
Listen,
times 425.
wow, check it out. Check it out,
divided by
bro.
7
Okay, we got you.
650.
Hey, you know what we should do? I just thought of something.
Times 0.
You're not done, are you? He's not done.
I got 0.0.
Okay, yeah, that's free. Is free, yo. As far as the
It's 0.
yeah, it's 0.
That's how much it costs.
It costs 0.
That's what it says. It says 0.
Right, it says 0. It's in blue letters,
Yeah.
or numbers. Now, to answer the question about Apple and the recurring payments, we are almost there, getting that together. It should be ready for it to the payments. You can already sign up if you pay right now. This is the current state. Let me just clear things up. The current state is if you pay, you will pay $9.99 on Apple. This is the Apple side only. You'll pay $9.99, and then after that, you'll have a month of use of the app. Then after that, your subscription will expire and you'll have to re-sign up again. However, in a couple days, we should have the automatic recurring subscription where you pay one time and then it's just automatically recurring every month until you cancel it. That means every month you'll just be automatically charged. Right now, you manually have to sign up again. So that's that.
Sign up every month. But if they sign up for the yearly membership, they won't
Then
have to
it's
sign up for another year.
correct. Well, it'd be automatic recurring yearly. If
No,
they
I'm saying,
if they sign up today,
if they sign up today for the yearly membership.
yes. If you sign up today for the yearly membership, you'll pay $99.99 for the year, which is 2 months free actually. And then the next year you have to re-sign up. However,
Yeah, when they re-sign up, it's gonna be more.
that's true. But in a few days, well, nah. If you were already signed up, you can hit me. We'll work that out. But for the people who
We need proof.
we'll yeah, that part. But they'll have it. They should be able to.
I had at least
It's
4
a-
people tell me they did the shed camp. They was a part of the shed camp.
And when you look them up, and there's just
I said,
nothing.
bro, there was nothing there.
You did.
Sign up. Then
You-
they don't
you did.
respond after that. Can you send me the videos?
But the if you sign up in a few days, all the automatic recurring situation will be there for you. So
All right. Before we get into this topic, shout out who all you need to shout out.
I did. I shout out everybody that's
here?
that spoke, that's in here on the Facebook side.
Okay.
We got Sam in the building. We got Jacque. Shout out to you. We got Tyrone in the building. Shout out to you. DJ Coles, of course. Dustin Walker Ryan, John Malone,
Okay.
Lincoln McNish, as I mentioned earlier.
All right.
Charles Gray. We good to go.
We see you.
We see you, fam. Hey,
Yes.
hey, do you just real quick? Do you think it'd be a good idea? Maybe not today, but next time to go live on Instagram with that phone. They won't have the same audio as YouTube and all of that.
True
But
that.
what do you think?
Yeah, we can do
Might start inviting the Instagram audience on. But anyway, it's just for y'all right now. Let's get into it. You came up with the topic, so what? Where did it all begin?
have an eye rig. Maybe that could work on Instagram. So I didn't want to talk about it off camera because I wanted to be as genuine as possible.
Here we go. He's gonna try
Today
to
we
blindside
are-
me with something. Here we go.
Today we have the esteemed pleasure of interviewing the elder Bishop Damani C. Rhodes,
Whoa, time out. What's going on,
jurisdictional prelate,
bro? What are you talking about?
Dr. DeMornier C. Got to throw the initial in there. C. Rhodes.
Wow. I don't even.
I'll explain that off camera. That's going to be yours, by the way. I'll explain it off camera.
Okay.
So where did it all begin? I'm going to interview you as your life story. So when do you remember first picking up drumsticks? At what age?
We're doing this.
We're going all out.
Okay. I remember being first time I grabbed some. I was really young. I was probably
You'll know why
approximate.
you'll know why I'm doing this interview. It's gonna make sense. It's gonna make sense. It's gonna come back full circle.
Okay.
It's gonna make
Because
sense
I
at the end.
promise you guys, I have no idea what's going on.
He
Okay.
No, he really doesn't.
I have no idea. I mean, I was looking at this because I'm looking at the.
Yeah.
Anyway, I
Go
have
ahead.
no idea what's happening now. I don't know. I was young. I had to be 8, 7,
Okay.
8.
Did you have a kid at that time or
No.
Oh, okay. So how did you practice at 8?
I wasn't really practicing, but I would whenever, like I said, there was a guy who played drums at the church that I was growing up at, because church was the first place I saw drums.
Yeah.
We started going to church when I was around 3, 4 years old, and ran into the church that I grew up at. We ended up going there, and the drummer, man, his name was Gary Dotson. He's older than me. He's probably 10 years older than me, maybe a little less than 10 years older than me, but he was a older teenager and I was a kid.
Mhm.
And I thought he was the coolest thing on the planet Earth playing the drums, right? And I wanted to do that. He would be kind enough to give me his broken drumsticks.
You play with broken drumsticks.
That's if he broke some sticks, he would give me you can't. But I thought it was amazing, bro.
That's foul, bro.
I thought it was
Hey,
amazing.
people out there, don't be giving these kids broken drumsticks, yo.
You never know. They might grow up and start the Drum Tracks app.
They may.
So
It's disrespectful. yo.
at the end of the day,
Give them a pair of sticks, man.
I used to take those sticks and I remember beating on the bed, stuff like that, because I had a old school bed with a metal bed frame, and so the frame made a different sound than the box spring, than the mattress, than the pillow, and so I was, you know what I'm saying?
Creativity at its finest.
No, I'm
You
just
have
saying.
to do a video on Instagram of you playing on the bed.
I can't do a video of me being 8 years old playing on the bed.
You can't, but you could just put, "Hey, this is where it started for me,"
I guess so.
and then make a play along track around that.
You probably could.
All right. So now, how old were you when you got your first kit?
I remember being around 10, 11 years old, between
Okay.
10 and 12.
Okay.
between 10 and 12. Because I remember I had to be in like 5th grade.
Was you playing in church at that time?
No.
When did you start playing in church?
Shortly after.
Okay.
But we weren't playing like regularly. there was the Sunday morning drummer at this time. By the time I was this age, Gary had gone off and moved. He was an adult. You know what I'm saying? He had moved. I don't know where he went, but he was gone. I think he's in LA now doing his thing. Producer, dope, still dope dude. But I would get to play on Sunday nights when we would rotate with like the 17 of us. Now I was like 5 drummers, kids that wanted to play drums. But we got to play on Sunday nights during testimony service. You know what I'm talking about? So basically, it's evening service, and instead of having praise and worship, they have testimony service.
Okay.
Which somebody still ends up, they'll either stand up and do a testimony, or they'll get up and sing a congregational song. You just start playing the drums.
So how was you able to become that main guy? If you had 5 other drummers you had to outbeat, how did you become the main guy at your church?
I just
said you did practice.
I did practice.
You just got.
You talking about at that time?
At that time, once you got the kit.
Or once I got the kit, I wasn't the main. Okay, so this is how it worked.
Here we go. We're getting there.
There was actually the choir director's son who played the drums. You know him. You know Tyler. You know him.
That's the homie.
He was better than all of us at the time.
Yeah,
because he had been playing.
Still better than you now.
Well. It's debatable.
Hey Tyler, I'm on your side, bro.
Oh man, we got to take a clip of this and post on Instagram. He's gonna love
tag
it.
him.
Tag him. But no, the choir director's son, he played for like the youth choir and stuff like that. Because I didn't play for the youth choir at first. I was singing tenor like every other youth kid in the choir. Like that's what you did. You ain't never sang in a youth choir?
I plead the 5th Amendment. I plead the 5th Amendment, Brody.
Bro, everybody was in the choir, bro.
I plead the 5th.
It didn't matter what else you did. If you were a youth, you were in the youth choir, bro. You know what it is.
Okay.
So, yeah.
He's on drums and you singing.
Yeah. That's a good tenor. And so, woo! But there was like 4 of us. I can remember all of us. It was me. There was who played drums. It ended up being me. There was Tyler. There was Kevin Kane. There was Edwin. Then later on came DJ, right?
Oh, the little homie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's younger than us.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I know that. I didn't know if you was talking about a different DJ.
Right. No, same DJ.
Yep.
So anyway.
Who's raw, by the way?
That's he's nice.
Like plays like 19 instruments.
Period.
Go ahead.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just something that was happening in the water where we was at.
Oh, wow. He just tried to shoot. He tried to shoot me on that one. Go ahead.
But no, at the time, I was not the main drummer. I was not even the best drummer at all.
So how did you become the main drummer and become the best drummer? Or how did you become the best to be able to become the main drummer?
So, okay, at our church, no one was going to take Adrian's spot. Adrian was the adult main drummer who played on, like, nobody was taking that position.
So you're still 10 to 12 at this age now.
Correct. And nobody became Adrian was the main drummer.
Okay.
Nobody became the main drummer until he left, which was years later.
Okay.
And so I remember though when I got my first opportunity to play on a Sunday morning though.
How old was you?
And 14.
Okay.
And this was at the new this was when our church moved from Oak Park to where it's at now. And I think I just played during offering, bro. It was like Fred Hammond Blessed, right? But I got to play
an offering song, ain't it?
But I got to play the new kit, right? Which was for some reason we had a rock kit that was like 10, 12. It was like an 8-piece kit with double bass drums. It was ridiculous. I don't even know why they had that kit. I don't know whose idea that was. At this point, understanding drums the way that I understand them now, horrible decision.
Yeah.
But I got to play the new kit, and I was the first drummer to play the new kit. Man, let me tell you.
Let's talk about it. Tyler, you was hot, wasn't you? You was pissed, wasn't you, Brody? You still mad to this day. He's still mad. He's mad.
Everybody was. Everybody was hot, bro. all the drummers. When I say everybody,
Woo.
everybody was super mad
because
about
you
that.
wasn't the best drummer. You
No,
ain't deserve it.
at that point I was.
How?
I practiced.
How?
I had a drum kit at the house, and so I went to the.
Oh, you actually practiced on that first kit that you got.
Yeah, like who does what? I beat that kid up. Let me tell you about that kid.
Okay, so now we're kind of jumping forward because I want you to keep going about the story of you playing and having all the jealousy. But now we're gonna get into the real reason why we're doing this interview. You practiced to become the best drummer.
Yeah.
What was your inspiration? Because obviously the people around you wasn't practicing. What?
Yeah, but I gotta say this. There was a period of time that Tyler had off from the drums because he got into a accident and broke his leg.
Oh, okay.
And but I still wasn't like the best at that time. There were still some people. I think Kevin Kane, who was a little younger than me, was probably still better than me at the time.
Mm-hmm.
They all would like attribute the fact that I went to a jazz camp when I was 13 to the fact that that's why I got.
So you left that part out.
No, I didn't leave that part out. I'm bringing it up right now.
It's too late.
But what they don't understand is at the jazz camp, I was playing steel drums. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Timbales.
I didn't like what they were teaching because I was just playing church, and then
you didn't like chang-a-lang.
No, I didn't like it at the time.
A-lang.
And the problem was, I was there for a week. It was a 5-day.
Doesn't matter.
And the thing that bothered me was that the guy told me that I couldn't use my kick drum. That I was that you
feather that thing.
No, he didn't even say that.
he
said don't use your kick drum.
A-lang.
I said, wait a minute. So the drums in jazz, they don't play no kind of beat? And he was like, chang-a-lang, 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 chang. And he tried to teach us the drum solo.
That's mine.
And his you gotta throw the fingers out.
Throw the fingers out like the molar.
His the drum solo that he taught us was tat 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 tat, and it was all on the snare. Yes, and I was sitting there like, yo, I'm listening to gospel records and been watching drummers play the 2/2, 4/2 since I was 8 years old. And you mean to tell me that I'm here to learn how to go ta-da, 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 ta-da. I was so disappointed. So I kept trying to explain to them that jazz camp was like, it was a good experience.
Hold on.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Somebody get this man. He needs help.
Oh, well, listen, that jazz camp obviously gave you cheat codes. So when you came back, you was getting no.
So if I came back and played that solo at church, I would have got laughed off the stage.
You would have got raised up for the first time.
No, I'd already been raised up.
I thought it was later.
No, bro.
You'd have raised up again.
Bro, they'll raise you up, bro. But we know what we used to do? We used to do this thing where, and shout out to Latrice, because she was over the youth choir.
Oh,
Latrice, huh?
Stop
it, bro.
We know.
Stop. No,
we get it.
No, trust me.
We get it.
Stop it.
We get it.
Sister,
that's how all of a sudden he's able to be the main drummer. Okay, we understand.
Anybody who knows Teresa knows this dude is wilding right now.
Hey, listen.
Anyhow,
cool.
She used to stay after because she was over. She was over.
She stayed after.
She would stay after and let all of us, because we would want
all of y'all. Jeez, that's foul, bro.
First of all,
that is wild.
I'm not gonna sit here and let you disrespect Treese like that.
That's wild, bro.
You're being very disrespectful.
Jeez. You out here just throwing her under the bus.
I'm not.
Brody, goodness gracious, or under the train. I mean, however you want to say it. Jeez. This is a kid. This is a family-rated show.
Wow.
Can you please keep it PG?
You let me know when you're finished.
I'm waiting on you. Jeez.
Here's the thing.
Is that what she said too?
Oh my.
She said, "Let me know when you're finished."
Oh my
Jeez.
God. Jesus
Dude,
Christ.
Get off those other sites, man.
What are you talking
This guy. Okay, continue, please.
When we were kids, this is when we were like 10, 11 years old. We would like to stay after to play on the instruments. And she would stay after with us so that all of us could play on the instruments all the way up until the time it was evening service. So church got out at like 1:30. We get out of church. We would stay at the church. We might go get some McDonald's or something.
Is it every single drummer was
all of us.
Okay.
And we would play on the organ, even though we didn't really know what we were doing at all. Didn't didn't even really know how to turn it on. Somebody would have to turn it on for us. But like we would just, and there was another girl who went to the church. Her name was Alicia Bass, and she used to play. She actually played a little bit. And so we would ask her to play because she stayed sometimes. We would play the drums, bro, from 1:30 to like.
Take it was one kit though.
One kit.
So how did you break up the time? It was just
we would
whatever.
Play. Somebody else would get on and
but
play.
It'd be even. It wouldn't be dominated by one person. Is what I'm asking.
I don't think there wasn't like any one person determining. I don't like remember exactly like, oh, you got 30 minutes.
Tyler remembers.
We used to do it though, and we would stay. It didn't happen all the time, but when it happened, we were excited as crap to be able to stay after and play the instruments until evening service started. Because then now evening service is starting. Somebody's gonna sing a song, and we're actually gonna get to play something that matters, right?
Yeah.
At least that's how we thought about it. So yeah, I practiced though. When I got my drum kit, I would be in the garage. I had a drum kit that my dad bought for me from Sam's Club. I don't even remember the brand. It was something like a First Act probably, but probably not even as good as a First Act. But I beat the drums up. The drum head broke. The snare head broke after a while, and I just thought the drum was broke. I didn't know that you can change the head. I had no idea. And so I just turned it over and played it on the other side. That's what I did, bro. And
this is why you don't change drum heads when you break it today. He just leaves the drum head, but I got to bring in the head like, this dude, bro. Change the drum heads.
Anyhow, I played on the other side until the other side broke. And then I took my floor tom.
Oh, God.
Hold on. I took my floor tom and I put newspaper on top of it.
So it sounds like a CCM snare.
With no snares, though, at the bottom.
Sounds like a CCM snare. That's the CCM snare right there. Floor toms with newspaper on top and no snares.
Bro, what I wasn't going to do was not play.
Oh, well.
So,
go ahead.
Go ahead. And I used to, my neighbors would, it'd be like later on in the afternoon if I was outside with my brother, and my neighbors would be like, yeah, we heard you at 6:30 this morning. And I was like, yeah. How'd it sound?
You arrogant Yeah, how'd it sound though? Was it killing? Was good? Was it? So then that's what like I said, this is really the point of the podcast. Not only for people to get to know who their drum coaches are, but what was the motivation behind it? Because I know that there's some people out there who lack the desire or lack the motivation, lack the push to be able to say, you know what, there is no not playing.
Right.
Like I busted a drum head, I flipped my snare over,
right.
I busted that. I don't know what to do because I don't know.
Right. Yeah. I was gonna say, let's put that in there. I had no idea that you can actually change drum heads.
Right. And so you said, I'm gonna take this drum
and it's now my snare.
I'm gonna put some newspaper so it don't sound like quite like a floor tom.
Right. Right.
I have to.
And
play.
If you still hit it like a rim shot, like I was hitting the rim and everything, like.
So my question
is, like a rim shot.
Do you have to just be born with that sense of motivation from the inside? Does it come from within, or was there some outside source?
No, there was no outside source. No one else in my family. I didn't know anyone else in my family played instruments until I had already been playing drums for some years. And then I found out when I went to visit my cousin Chris in Stockton, that he plays drums too. At the church that he was going to. And I had no idea that was happening though. And then I remember he was better than me. And I remember when I seen him, I was like, oh, wow, you have drums? He actually had a drum kit where the hi-hat clutch worked. My hi-hat clutch never worked. And I didn't ever know how to fix it. It was probably fixable. I didn't know. I didn't know that you twist the thing. I didn't know anything about the screws and all. I didn't know anything about that.
Timeline wise, where you going to see Chris and him having a drum?
I had to be 13, 14.
Okay, so still around the same time of y'all doing the night services and staying from one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. So then that would be considered an outside source then of motivation.
My motivation was always just the fact that I loved it. There was nothing else. Like I remember in the summertime when people would like go out with their friends and would want to go to the park, I would do some of that. But I spent the majority of my time playing drums. Whenever I was at home, that's what I wanted to do. So I remember I played football when I was in high school, and
I was going to say, how did you get into football if all you want to do is play drums?
Well, I got hooked on football because my grandfather would take me to watch my cousins play, practice, and do Pop Warner. My older cousin, my cousin Chris, I would go to Stockton to watch him play football. I would watch his practices sometimes, and I watched his games all the way through high school, all the way till I started playing football. I was always watching him and his friend Tyrone play. Tyrone actually went to the NFL. And I remember watching them though, and that's where I remember I wanted to play Pop Warner. I'm like, Pops, I want to play Pop Warner. We couldn't afford it though, so I didn't play football until high school. But at the end of the day, I would go to football practice, and I would come home, and my dad would have to make me get off the drums, take a shower before I would start practicing the drums.
Brody, that's unsanitary.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that he was wrong. I agree.
It smelled like a locker room.
It probably did. The whole room. But at the end, my dad was like, "Yeah, we're not doing this, bro. We're not. It's not gonna happen." But that's how much I wanted to play. Like I wasn't. It's just what I wanted to do. I just couldn't wait to put my headphones on.
What was more fulfilling? Injuring quarterbacks like you did illegally because you was blitzing without them saying hike, or playing the drums? Which one was more fulfilling? It's a simple question.
Well, I can say I definitely chose drums over football when I turned 18, and I had letters of interest, for schools to play football, but I also had an opportunity to go on tour playing drums.
Yeah.
My dad was like, "Yo, so you really finna just
walk away from that?"
It wasn't like I had no full ride scholarship or nothing like that.
Yeah, but you had
I had letters of yes, definitely. There was multiple. But I just was like, but I
want to play the drums.
I could go on tour right now. So, but I'm not gonna lie to you. When you feel your shoulder pad and that helmet lay into somebody,
Stammen's about to agree with you.
And they literally, you could tell they were coming at you with some type of force, but you came with your force. And when you hit them and they just fold, like that is a man.
You are a violent father.
Come on, bro.
You are too violent.
You wasn't. Oh, that's right.
Shut up.
He quit.
Shut up. Come back to the point. Now, come back to the point of the story. How do people find motivation?
Is it hard
from
being
within?
small, man? Was this always a problem?
I almost cussed, bro. I almost said the word. I almost freaking said the word, bro.
All right,
Struck you.
All right, we can go back. Let's go. Let's go all the way back.
How do people find that motivation within themselves if there is no outside motivation to practice? And how do you become so determined that I'm going to play whether I have a snare or not?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, there's no point of this podcast.
Here's the thing. I can't. It's hard to articulate what was driving me. I know that I wanted to play. And even if I wasn't allowed to play at church that week because somebody else was doing testimony service, or I got raised up because I was not playing on beat, and so now Tyler's on the kit, and or Edwin's on the kit, or whoever, and looking back, cheesing at you like,
like, yeah,
right? Or Kevin Kane is on the kit, and he just thinks he's raw. And you know what's crazy though? When I think back now, everybody hit super soft except for me and Tyler. Tyler didn't hit soft like that.
Okay.
Back then. Yeah. I mean, I haven't heard him in a long time. So I'm assuming. I mean, I haven't heard him in person in a long time. I'm assuming he doesn't hit soft still. But I mean,
the whole kick drum and the floor and the rack toms shake when you play the drums.
It's not true. You can watch the videos.
Oh, watch the videos. You're like, God dog it, bro. The stacker's shaking.
At the end of the day.
Okay. This guy right here.
At the end of the day, though, it was, I loved it. Like there was nothing. And then when I started playing other instruments and the rest of it started opening up for me, it was just even more exciting, right?
So then, okay. So as a kid, it was.
I'll say this. I really don't feel like, and I hate when people say this, but I get it in this area for me. I really don't feel like I chose it. I feel like it happened to me. And
drums or music?
Music as a whole.
Okay.
Drums was just the first instrument for me.
Okay.
Drums is the thing that captivated my attention and pulled me in and like sucked me in and wouldn't let me go. That's how I feel about it for me. I can't really say that for everyone else, because when my older cousin, he stopped. He stopped practicing. He stopped playing. He was, you know what I'm saying? That didn't phase me though. It wasn't like, oh, well, my big cousin's not playing, so I'm just like I couldn't stop if I wanted to. Like I couldn't. And so it was that type of thing for me. And I don't, it took me a long time to realize that that's actually not normal. That's not what happens for most people. Most people play the drum because they like it and they choose to. But there are also a lot of people where the music grabs them, and it doesn't let you go. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of thing. That's what it was for me.
So as a kid, what I was about to say earlier is it seemed like it was easier for you to prioritize the drums because you didn't have a lot of responsibility outside of football,
right? But that
and school homework.
And football didn't come till high school.
Okay, so even
and junior high, I played hoop. I played hoop in high school too, though. But
so it's one sport, and then
per season,
per season, homework obviously because you're a kid.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't priority, but
and then the drums. Did you have any distractions like video games?
Oh, I was a video game head. I loved.
So how did you get to practice? How did you practice and still be able to do all of that?
Well, before I was playing drums, my cousins and my brother would tell you they thought I was an addict on the video games because I could play.
But that's before. But I'm saying,
okay. But afterwards, I mean, I could still play. I could still go. I could do a video game, play video games for like 2 hours, 3 hours. But I mean, you're a kid and you don't have nothing else.
Okay.
So if I played 2 or 3 hours of video games and I did the drums for 4 or 5 hours, and don't think that when I was 12 or 13 or 14 or 15 or 16 that I had this organized practice routine.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't that. Like I told you, by the time I was 15, 14, like around the age of 14, 15, there was a girl or a woman named Tina Dotson. And Tina is Gary's sister, actually. Gary is the one who inspired me to start playing when I saw him. He was the one who used to give me drumsticks. But when I was around 14...
Broken sticks,
yes. When I was around 14 or 15, his sister, who was also older than me, Tina, gave me a dubbed tape of the Bishop Larry Trotter, You Could Tell the Devil I'm Back.
It's quiet.
But before she gave me that, she gave me the Kimbrough Live in Concert first.
2001.
Yes. And she gave me that tape.
It's a phenomenal record.
And when she gave me that tape literally changed everything about the way I thought about music. That album to this day. And
Which one? You just named two.
The Kimbrough Live in Concert.
Okay.
And I listened to that album and I played to it the entire album twice a day. That's what I did. And then I later on she gave me the You Could Tell the Devil I'm Back record. And then later on I started finding my dad had some tapes that were dubbed with different music on it. It was all gospel music though. And I would, some more new music, and I would practice that. But I was like, that's what I was doing. And I would go for like, 2-3 hours, man. And when I got to my grandma's house, they used to call the police. Not my grandma and them, but like the neighbors.
The neighbors would call the cops on you.
Yeah.
And you would still keep playing. So
I mean, I would stop when the cops show up, but
a broken snare and cops will not stop you from practicing. After they are on tape, beat Rodney King, you was like, I don't care. I'm gonna play these drums.
I didn't get beat like Rodney King. What did you say?
Okay, moving along.
I was looking at the comments.
That was as a kid. As a kid, that's how you was able to prioritize. Now, as an adult, because we have a lot of adult followers. Between the ages of most of our following is 15 through 35. So there's a lot of young adult people who now have different priorities. It's not just one sport at the season. Homework, and then I get to beat on the drums until they call the cops.
Everything changed.
So with the instruments that you do practice now, how do you prioritize that? Is it the same like, hey, I gotta play like back when you broke a snare head or back when the cops was called?
I start feeling convicted like I'm sinning or doing something wrong when I don't practice for long periods of time. Like I've gone a week without practicing. It starts to like mess with you. You know what I'm saying? Like
as an adult.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
As an adult. But I have to prioritize it. I have to like schedule it around things now. I have to like, okay, tomorrow I have to do this or go here or do that, do this. So if I'm going to practice, I need to get up at this time. or if I'm okay, well,
Say that part again for some of them out there who say they ain't got time to practice. You had to do what? One more time.
I said if I'm a practice,
Ah.
I gotta get up at this time, or you know what, I'm gonna fit it in. I'll be able to fit it in. And sometimes it doesn't work out. It's not 100% perfect. Sometimes there's a day that goes by or 2 days that goes by and we don't get to practice. But like even when we went to New York with Mino Yancy,
Mhm.
which is our band, by the way, check it out, Mino Yancy. All the music is on the app. Anyway,
Without drums.
without drums.
But watch the groove guides first on YouTube.
You can't get offended,
Bro, watch
how
the
people
truck.
interpret the.
Watch the further mucking shift.
Okay. Oh wow.
Got dandruff.
Okay, and some of it itches.
Some of it is.
Gotcha. Now, when we went to New York, we were staying with a bunch of people in an Airbnb, as tours can go sometimes.
Okay, I forgot.
And
As you was talking, I was like, I don't really remember.
I
remember now.
I'm gonna go along with it though.
I remember now. That was my birthday week. Yep.
But even there, I had to, while we was in the Airbnb in the room that I was in, I had set the keyboard up in there, and I had to touch it. Like
it must be nice.
Yeah, because you got drums.
You can't do that on drums.
You was done for that week. But it's that type of thing. So that's how it is for me. And sometimes, because now not only are we musicians, us being entrepreneurs and doing what we're doing with the app and having to do all of that kind of work, sometimes it's like therapeutic at the end of the day to just, and you don't even know it's going to be that way until you touch the instrument. You're like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Go back to, I jump back real quick. Just thought popped in my head. You said you went on tour instead of going, or at least trying to look at some colleges to play football.
Yeah.
How did you practice on tour, or did you not practice?
Didn't. We just played every night.
Because there's some people that follow us that they gig a lot.
Yes.
May not tour, but they gig a lot.
I didn't practice on tour. I played shows.
Did you maintain your skill level, or did the shows that you play actually help improve you? Not as much as...
No, I think that 30, 35, 33, whatever days that I was gone, I don't think that I improved greatly. However, the musicians that I did see, because this was a youth choir, it was like still gospel music when I went on this tour.
Yeah.
And so we went to other churches and bigger conferences and stuff like that around the country. And some of the musicians that I saw gave me ideas that I could practice when I got back home. But as far as practicing while I was on tour, no.
And no improvement at all. Was there maintain?
I didn't get any worse.
Okay.
I did not get any worse at all. But I didn't get, it wasn't like I was just playing the shows and kind of playing things the way they go.
So it sounds like for people who gig a lot, or if on tour it's easy. Tour, you see other drummers, you can be inspired and take that home and practice.
See ideas.
But drummers who gig a lot, who are not on tour, they're still at home.
Right, I've done that too.
Okay, so
playing cover bands, playing weddings, playing at churches.
How do you maintain and how do you improve?
Okay, maintaining.
That's pretty simple.
It's all practicing. You have to practice.
How? If you have all these gigs, because it's not just having gigs. Cover band. Once you learn the set, you're good. But sometimes these people have to have rehearsals and they have to learn the song.
True.
So their practice time is learning the new song that they sent for the song.
Right. So this all depends on who you're playing for and what music you're playing. If you're playing music that is actually challenging, then you're going to get better while learning that music. If you're playing music that you could just do in your sleep and everything's crazy easy, you're not going to get better. Especially if you're just spending all of your time playing gigs. Now, I understand that some of us play gigs to make money, to pay bills. I mean, we've been full-time musicians for a long time now. But you got to I had to prioritize at a certain point when I was like, you know what? I want to make another stride in my playing. I had to prioritize around what I really wanted. And if I wanted to get better, then that may mean that I need to take less gigs. Or weed out the ones that are not worth my practice time.
Come on.
And keep the ones that are, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, this one's paying cool and it's a light lift to do. I can actually spend my time practicing over here to get better. Because some people will be like, yeah, I've been playing my instrument for 20 years. And it's true. You have been playing your instrument for 20 years, but that doesn't mean that you've been getting consistently better over like playing your instrument doesn't mean you're getting better.
Brody.
You have to, that's an intentional thing that you have to intentionally do.
I've had some students, brother, play drums longer than I've been alive. And I'm like, bro, you're not good, man.
But there's a reason for it.
Jeez.
There's a reason for it. And it's not even and I don't even judge people who've been playing for a long time and they only reach a certain level and didn't continue. It's not. I guarantee you, it's simply because you didn't practice, or you didn't practice the stuff that will make you get better. And there may be many reasons for that. Maybe you didn't see that type of thing around you. Maybe all you were around was a certain type of thing, and all that may be true, and that's good and gravy and all. But what that means is because of that, you didn't practice the things that would make you better. And I understand that. I can see some of that even in my own playing, where it's like, okay, but I'm also not. It's at the same time, I am inspired by other ideas, and I add other ideas into what I'm playing. And there are some areas of my playing, whether it's drums, keys, bass, or whatever, it's like, okay, I want to improve here. But when I make that decision to want to improve there, I know what to do and how to get concentrated about doing that.
Well, that's a good note to end on there. You heard where it all started from your elder, bishop, and prelate, Damani C. Rhodes. Let's get into these comments.
And these questions,
These questions, some of them are probably going to be from way back when you was talking about something earlier.
What's cool? We can address it. Let's go through. Looks like Facebook doesn't really have any questions.
How many likes do we have on each side?
We have no likes.
Wow,
on Facebook, but we have two people viewing on Facebook. Jabushis, Lamar Jackson jumped in. He said, "What's up, guys?"
You know what it is. That's it.
Okay, let's go to
YouTube.
We got 18 people viewing currently and only 9 likes.
Someone's mathematics is off. The truck is going on.
Okay, so let's get straight.
The like button, people. Come on now.
Let's get straight to the question.
It doesn't even take that long. Questions or even comments. Even if there's no questions, if there's some comments to something you said.
I'm scrolling down looking for where I started. Willie Smoothcat says the struggle was real, huh, Damani? Listen, man, I really feel like that competition though that I had with the other drummers, it was competitive.
I think he was referring to the fact that you couldn't change your drum heads.
Oh,
but maybe he
that
was talking about
that part too, though. I mean, no, it's not that I couldn't change my drum heads. I had no idea that it was possible. I didn't know drum heads sold. I thought they were all like just one thing that was attached.
Yeah. So you busted drum heads. That's broken. Your hi-hat clutch doesn't work.
Right.
And in the previous podcast, you said your beater was this.
That was on the second kit. Yeah.
Yeah.
The red one that's sitting right here, the Yamaha.
Oh, okay.
But anyway.
Shout out to Willie Smoothcat.
Me Boy Man says my first. Yeah, it's his name. Me. Whoa. Listen, you want to read it?
Whoa.
That's his name.
Okay.
He says his first snare drum was a Nintendo, so don't feel bad. Tyrone J. Thomas, he says, yo, he said CCM snare was getting weak.
That part, you know that, man.
Sam Campbell says, come on and preach, Bishop.
He's a fellow
It's
lineman.
Hit or be hit.
It's
New Year's, baby. Turn up.
Wait, hit or be hit? You're on defense. How do you get hit by a quarterback?
No, it's on the field. It's hit or be hit.
Oh,
like, say, the rules are different now, a lot of the rules, but like, it didn't matter how far up the field the play was. If you were caught standing around, you were in a vulnerable position. You could, bro.
What?
You did it.
That is insane. Brody, that is insane.
What I'm saying, Sam, am I lying?
The play could be up the field.
Yes, but the whistle has not blown. So because of that, you can be hit, bro. You just can't be hit in the back, but you can be hit
for no reason at
You're
all.
on the field. You're on the field. What are you talking about?
Your face lit up with so much excitement, as if you have hit somebody. I can see you down here like, ooh, he's standing there not doing nothing.
You better listen. Don't let it be a team that just ran 80 yards on us, and one of their players is just standing around because he see the play up the field. Oh no, bro, you gonna pay for this. Y'all might get the point, but you gonna feel it. Woo! I know that's right. Yeah. Me Boy Man says, so what was your routine as far as the time spent on the drum set? Far as what you were practicing and what you were going over.
I think you said that.
I think I went into it a little bit.
He probably typed that while you was talking.
Yeah, but before I was listening to records and practicing, I was whatever was in my head. I was just playing beats and trying to. I remember when I was trying to learn how to do the double kick, fast doubles, because you know that do. And when I first learned how to do it, you just did it over everything. You couldn't go doom. You had to go do. You couldn't just. You just couldn't. That's the sign though of a young drummer who just picked up his double kick foot speed.
Bro, I've seen it
You
on
can't-
Instagram, bro.
You
I'm
can't
like,
stop, bro.
And they're
can't
wearing that kick drum out,
Bro, you can't stop.
Woo, man. Jeez, anybody
Willie
else?
Smooth Cat says, I bet Damani was Ray Lewis in the making back then. No, I didn't play linebacker, man. I was a D-line,
Warren Sapp,
D-line, O-line.
constantly flagged for clipping
DJ, no,
and face masking.
no, none of that. But I would hit you though. DJ Cole says, man, I grew up on Canton Spirituals, played straight through. All right,
Canton, what is that?
that's they were like quartet type gospel.
Oh, okay.
Look them up.
Yeah. Okay.
Musa M. Genie says, Sticks Damani, do you enjoy touring?
I've never been on tour.
Yes, you have. Stop that BS, bro.
Not on, man.
I'll say this.
If our band goes on tour, I'm gonna enjoy every moment of it.
What I'm saying is this. It's about the people you're with, man.
True.
The music you're playing matters and stuff like that. But if you are on tour with people that you don't like, you could be making money. And I've heard this from some of the homies who are on tours, who've toured the world and have been on tours with people that like, yo, I mean, I'm on tour with these people, but I don't really like them like that. They don't like me like that. We cordial. We cool.
Because you're with them every day.
We not like, you want to be on tour with your friends, man. You want to be on tour with your homies. You want to know that everybody got each other's back. It just feels different. So I mean, we
didn't do nothing.
No, what I'm saying is we did
I was never on tour.
Okay. We did a quick little run, but when it's with the homies, it's cool.
It wasn't with the homies, man.
Here we go. Musa Mijini, he just says, like, apparently it becomes a lot for people after 2 weeks. What's the longest tour that you've been on, Sticks?
I've never been on tour, bro.
You're gonna stop lying.
What's the
to
longest
these people?
you've ever been on tour?
As long as you've been on tour, you gotta stop lying to these people.
Bro,
Listen, we've all played with some
bus trip, bro.
We've all played with some groups we're ashamed of, bro. We've all played with some groups we're ashamed of. Okay, we'll never bring up the name, but
God, dog it, that wasn't no tour, man.
like I think when we interviewed Brandon Harris, he tried to bring up the name, and I really did bleep it out. I really did.
We got to bring him back now that he's out there doing his thing.
Oh yeah, but
he's playing for big artists now.
Yeah, we haven't been on a tour that's crazy long. The longest tour I've been on has been like 33, 35 days across the country on a bus.
My bus trip was a 30-day bus trip, bro. It was not a tour. We would not call it that.
It was not like
30-day bus.
When we say tour, we don't mean Beyonce, A-class, nice tour bus trip. We mean, sleeping at the truck stop, showering at the truck stops.
A Greyhound with seats removed.
He only did it in the bus. When I did the tour, he wasn't on it, and I did it 1 year in vans, 15-passenger vans, and then the next year I was in the bus. But the bus was not. Anyway. Moving on.
Well, he said the most. I said we did a so far tour, but that was only 10 days.
Tyrone says, Sticks, go ahead and flex for Damani. Show him your guns. Okay.
Listen, as a man, let's not tell another grown man to flex his muscles. It's just a little sus. It's a little suspect, bro.
I don't. Well, there must be something that we said that's relevant to his comment. I don't think that he's never. Anyway, let's move on. Moving right along.
Well, if it was relevant,
moving right along.
Earlier, then I apologize, sir.
Dustin Walker Ryan says, priority of time is key. Time is facts. I'm drumming in 2 bands and work nights.
Shift. How? Because don't you gig at night? You said, what's his name? You said Dustin or just Dustin? Dustin, if you're still in here, how are you doing both? Working nights and gigging?
Yeah.
How do you find time to practice? Well, maybe he has the morning to practice because if he works nights, then his mornings are
Or maybe
free.
he's not practicing. We don't know. Dorama the drummer says, I used to tape my sticks as a kid when they broke. I wanted to practice that bad. Listen, we all tape their sticks. But the question is, to what extent? Because I used to tape mine. Matter of fact, if I didn't have tape, I just play with broken sticks, bro. I would play one of my sticks would be full length and one stick would be this long. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to play.
Yeah, listen, you guys are grown-ups now. Please tell me you don't do that
We're talking
anymore.
about what we used to do, bro. Come on now.
Yeah. Okay. So then if that's the case, if that's what you used to do for even others out there, then you need to keep that same mentality today when it comes to practice. You got to find a way to
Whatever it
make.
takes. I'm all in.
You should insert that song right there, whatever it takes. Do what you got to do to practice. And we've said on previous podcasts that your practice doesn't have to be 3 or 4 hours now. It could just be a 20-minute thing where you're focused, but dedicate yourself to that 20 minutes
Period.
and do that 5 days, 4 to 5 days a week.
Come on, Bishop.
Doesn't have to be 7, but do it 4 to 5 days a week, and you will see improvement. Period.
Preaching good now.
Wow. The organ is on.
Musa for your snare.
Depend,
All of them.
all of it depends on the snare.
Thickheads for
Actually, now at this point, I can't even tell you based on it. Depends on the snare.
Yeah.
Because I went through a whole period. I was in here for probably 5 or 6 hours just trying. I tried 7 different drum heads times 5 different snares, and each drum head on.
So you changed drum heads 35 times,
something like that.
Yeah,
something ridiculous like that. And by the time I got to the 3rd snare, my ears were numb.
Yeah, I was gonna say, tell me you recorded how they sounded.
I did, but I did find out which works best for those snares. I would say there is a standard. There really isn't. You have to, whatever snare you have, try a double ply. Well, there's different types of double plies. Okay,
you got the coated, you got the not coated,
you got that, and then you have the really thick ones, like 2 10 mil plies. Then you have the 10 and the 7 mil. Then you have the 7 and the 5 mil.
It's over.
2 5 mil. Listen, try them all on your joint.
It's over.
No, I'm serious. You got to try them all on your joint, as many as you can.
Yep.
Even single ply drum heads or coated single ply and double ply, and you figure out which one sounds the best to you. I pretty much have a standard go-to, which is the Aquarian high velocity, but it doesn't work for all of my snares because I have some cheap snares from Craigslist that are no name brands, and so that thick head with the power dot in there it's too muffled.
Yep.
All right. Next question or comment. Unless that's it, we can.
Sam Campbell says, "Look here. Until that whistle blows, everyone's a victim on the opposite side.
You Negroes are wild. Okay,
listen.
I almost said the other word.
The play is not over until the whistle blows,
Brody.
You know that.
You're not. See, we're gonna be fighting. You can't just run up and hit somebody that ain't even in the play. I'm down the field.
Yep. Well,
anybody else?
Willie Smoothcat says the double kick struggle. We all know about it. DJ Coles, it all changed for me when I heard Aaron, Eric, and Jamal. Like they made me want more. I mean, that's how it is sometimes.
When you say Aaron, Eric, Jamal, we talking about the famous, or are you talking about local legends in his area? Because you mentioned Gary Dotson,
right?
You mentioned his sister. You also mentioned the homies, Tyler and all them. So is he talking about Aaron Spears, Jamal Moore, Eric Moore, or just
I don't know? He says. The next guy, Musa says, Damani, just stick to Musa. You're butchering the surname, broski. Listen, can you spell it out phonetically? Because it just appears, and I just want to read the words that are in front of me.
Listen to what he said.
But I do want to know how to pronounce it correctly. I'm interested now. So, all right, I'm gonna stick to Musa for now. Tyrone to Jay Thomas says, Damani says you was small, bro. I was just trying to help you out.
He just got at me. He says, I was on your side. Now truck you. Wait, that's how I read it. That's how it came out, didn't it? He getting at me, ain't he? Hey, bro, listen, I was trying to help you out, bro.
Oh, my goodness.
I was on your side. Let him know.
Thomas, you said right.
Hey, he now looking at me like, well, truck you then, bro. I'm on the other side then, family. I ain't gonna say shit else.
Sam Campbell says, do you guys have suggestions of jobs to accommodate a touring schedule?
Jobs?
That's what he said.
A suggestion of jobs.
To accommodate a touring schedule. So I would say this.
Jobs?
I have an answer. My answer is
church.
I was going to start there. Real talk. That's where I was starting. You can find a church, but it's not. I mean, you're not going to find enough. You're not going to find a church that's going to pay enough money for you to just play drums to live at one church. right? That's rare.
No, I think he's saying so. Play
Jobs that
a job.
accommodate a tour, like that lets him keep his job. He can go on tour when he wants to, come back, and church. You, yes.
Courtney's on tour now.
Correct. I actually played drums for him last Thursday.
And he's on tour for 2 months. He's coming back. His gig is still going to be his.
No, I'm playing. Yeah, it is. Anyway,
goodness gracious.
I would say this. It's 2019.
We gotta have Courtney on the podcast since
We
he's
do.
going on tour. Go ahead.
It's 2019. It's about to be 2020 in a couple of months. You might want to figure out some way to make money online. There's a bunch of ways.
That's a good idea.
There's I think it's something that we don't talk about enough with people who are creatives and trying to figure out a way to live. But sometimes, the problem with being a touring drummer or a musician for hire is that every time you get hired, you're hired for a temp job, and it's going to end 1,000%. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that, but what I am saying is you should formulate a way or come up with a way to make money that you're in control of. Because if you're making money on the internet, you could be anywhere in the world. That way, you could be on tour and still be making money. It's not like one money has to stop, so the touring money starts.
It could be out on the block, the street corner, everywhere he goes.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's accommodating for the touring schedule because if
everywhere he goes.
You mean out? Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
If he wanted to dive into that.
Okay.
I'm not saying he
The
should.
problem is that he has to be real connected because if you show up on somebody's block, that's not that's not yours, and you're not from there.
It's right. Ooh, boy, I said he could.
Well, it's not accommodating. That's what I'm saying. That's what he asked about. So, at the end of the day,
or I say you can start your own church and become a bishop.
Wow, then it really doesn't accommodate a touring. Or so wait a minute. How long then? If it does accommodate, how long does he have to wait before he's able to go on tour? This is defeating the purpose, bro. I need you to stop with your ridiculous antics.
Bro, they only took TD this church up as big as it is now. So
okay, we're moving on. Rohan Nelson says Jamaica in the house. Shout out to Jamaica.
Jamaica. Is that right?
Oh my God, bro.
Is that right? Is that the right accent or no?
We apologize, Rohan. No,
maybe
Nelson.
You're saying it wrong. Maybe it's Rohan.
Rohan, listen. I didn't do what you just did. We're not gonna try to deflect onto me right now.
Hey, the whistle ain't blown,
bro. So somebody blow the whistle, throw the flags, foul on the play. Oh my goodness.
Well, I mean, I have legit tears right now.
Oh man, wow.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Okay, Dustin Walker Ryan says morning and afternoon, brothers, to practice and rehearsal. Okay, morning and afternoons. You hit the practice pad in the mornings, drum kit in the afternoons.
Oh, nice.
He got a routine.
Yeah, you good.
Can't be mad at that, man.
Anybody else?
Yeah, definitely. Blake the Great says, sorry that I was late, Bishops. Oh man, it's all good. You can always, get back on the live and check things out. Rohan says he practices on the drums in the mornings and practice pad in the evenings. Musa, I love the Genera Dry with the vent holes with it on a Yamaha Oak Custom.
That's a Evans drum head.
We don't believe in those.
I actually don't. It's terrible.
He says it sings the people's songs. Anyway, Christopher DJ Cole just says legends. I agree with that.
Okay.
Christopher Phil says what's good.
Okay.
He also says no job supports touring.
No job support.
Period. Listen, online. Figure out how to make money on there.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Sticks. Do you like that dead dry snare sound? What's your type of snare sound that you dig on the snare?
No, I don't like that dead. Well, let me not say that out loud. The big homie blessed me with a snare. It's right there. That's the 12 by 8.
The acrylic? No, that's not acrylic. That's steel.
Up there. He let me.
It's a different one.
Yeah, he's let me use that. I haven't recorded with it yet because I don't have any music right now that requires that dead dry. I think that dead dry, there's a certain distinct sound that fits.
So you
on
have
certain
one?
music. I have one. It's there. It's in this room. I don't have any music that I think will fit best with it. So I'm only a fan of it when it works best. Like if you're going for that 70s vintage,
we got to pull it out for the morning meditations.
Yeah, well, there was one morning meditation that never dropped, I believe, that I recorded. And we put like hand towels on the toms. I don't know if you remember that. It was on my bot kit. We had the kit set up over here.
I don't remember.
Well, recorded. You wanted to sound really dead, so I used the detune snare because I didn't have a dry snare.
But you think the dry snare will work better?
I think that for that, whatever that.
Do you have the recording still? Or do I have it?
You have it. I know it starts with an M. That's all that I know.
Like morning meditation. Like
no,
the rest of them.
No.
All right.
About the actual. It's like it's not moments, but it's something with an M.
Okay, I'm out.
But anyway,
I'm gonna check it out.
So yeah, that's my answer. Carlo
Marcello says, "How about Drumfield Friday Season 4 2020?" And the reason why I did my voice up like that because he has question marks like that at the end of 2020.
Drumfield Friday Season 4
2020.
Wow, will be airing the first Friday of January
because you know what it is.
All the way through the third Friday of February.
Because we already had you guys covered.
So Season 4
it's because you didn't even have to ask, Brody.
Airs.
It's because you know
we
what it is.
We wasn't going to say nothing until December.
We wasn't going to say nothing.
Yes.
Because you know what it is.
What the truck? Drumfield Friday is coming back. Season 4 airs January. What's the first Friday of January? Let's do a shameless plug. I'm about to pull up my calendar. Right now on my phone. You don't even know where your phone is.
Oh, it's in my pocket.
They're probably typing it right now. January 3rd. Drumfield Friday Season 4 airs January 3rd.
That's totally not the fourth Friday in January.
I thought I said first.
Nah.
My bad. Did I say fourth? My bad. First Friday in January. My bad. First Friday, January 3rd, all the way to the third Friday in February. Season finale is February 21st. So be on the lookout for that.
You already know what it is. So Willie Smooth Cat Scott, he asked, so demonic.
Why are you so depressed?
What do you think of Michael Jackson singing? What do you?
First of all, get your phone off the thing so it ain't all skipping.
Oh my!
So goodness, Willie Smooth Cat asked a phenomenal. I think the whole podcast should have been about that question.
We should have a podcast about it, but I'll answer. What?
Give the real answer. What you think of his singing ability?
I don't.
Not his status as an artist. Singing ability. The floor is yours.
Michael Jackson his singing ability.
Oh,
can I not answer?
You're about to answer with "with" all on your mind.
It's not
all in your presence.
His singing ability.
You are a whiver. That's weird.
No, real talk. His singing ability is legendary, and the reason why I say that is because
that's it. Good people. That's
no. The
hashtag all the way through.
Hold on. The reason why I'm saying that is because his legendary vocals are a part of legendary records, and it's a part of what makes it legendary. If those vocals were not on there, we would not have what we have. All right.
Yes, we would.
No, we wouldn't.
It'd be a different person.
It would not be what we have right now.
Oh, that's weird.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
Okay. That's so Shaquille Noel asks, next question. I'm from a tiny island in Trinidad and Tobago.
Wow. Did I say?
You got to stop. You got to stop, bro.
Woo!
What can set my online presence apart from the rest of the world? My answer is simple. Be 100% who you are. You are from Trinidad and Tobago. Everybody else in the world is not from there. There's other people who may be from there, but a lot of the drumming world that you see online is not from there. Bring yourself, your culture, your background, your story to how you present yourself and to what you present. You don't have to be us. You don't have to be Eric or anyone else who's amazing online.
So you're calling yourself amazing. That was arrogant.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
I was referring to the. Anyways, my point is, you don't have to be them. Be 100% you, because I think your perspective, because of where you're from,
that's a perfect cover
and because
Instagram too. When I said that,
I would you shut up?
Have y'all seen the new Instagram?
This guy is still talking.
I'm asking.
See what?
The new Instagram cuts. Like you say something that's
and then yeah,
that was perfect. So you're arrogant. And you're like, Wow. Come back to be yourself. Be who you are.
My point is,
They're gonna love it.
bro, you're messing up the rest of the moment.
I'm listening.
Okay, here we go. You have a unique perspective from being from Trinidad, being from where you are. That's, I think, how you separate yourself, because you're already unique. Your perspective is already unique. So that part. Okay.
What about the people who are from CCM?
Sorry, guys. Your perspective is what I would call generic. It's the watered down version of everything that is in music. How do we get to CCM? Just take any authentic style of music and put water on it and water it all the way down. I'm joking. I don't really mean it all the way. Woo! Okay.
You are being disrespectful. Jeez.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Just how come Dorama the drummer says, how come not all the Drum for Fridays are not on the app?
Because all the Drum for Fridays are no longer here. That's
we lost some of them, huh?
Yeah, we deleted some by accident. Others thought that I thought this, half of it's my fault. I thought that I downloaded them, or no, when we edited them back in the day, I thought that I put them on the external hard drive, which no, I did do. But then once we found out, hey, we can download them directly from YouTube and it'd be the full video, I was like, I'm gonna stop putting them on the hard drive. And then when I deleted them off of YouTube, thinking that, oh, they're on the hard drive. I remember doing that back in the day. Yeah,
this guy.
So that's that.
Willie Smoothcat does say season 4 with a bunch of exclamation marks and says turn up.
You know what it is. Happy New Year, baby. January 3rd, Drumfield Friday in the building. Is that not a new year?
Musa says, I wonder if people bump into sticks and say, hey, it's New Year's, baby, turn up.
Bro, at NAM,
in public.
At NAM, they do.
That's hilarious.
When we go to NAM, it happens all the time. And the cool part is, I be out there trying to be chill and cool, and they're like, nah, it's time to get turned to the sky.
Wow. Dorama the drummer says, Miguel Waxon's singing is legendary. We got that. But do you like the sound of his voice?
Thank you. There we go.
I'll answer.
Don't give it. Yes. No. Do you like the sound of his voice?
Is yes not an answer?
No, it's not an answer.
Why is it?
Because every time you answer something, you usually elaborate. You don't just go yes or no.
He asked me a yes or no question.
I've been asking questions all day. You've been elaborating.
So. You've been asking me to elaborate.
No, I said, did you practice?
Yes.
And then you started going in about things of that nature.
Yeah, I practice.
Okay, so
do I like Michael Jackson's voice? Yes, I like Michael Jackson's voice. I think it sounds really great on the records. Like I couldn't imagine, think of an artist from back then, Whitney Houston in the 80s, singing Human Nature. It just wouldn't be the same. I like Michael Jackson's voice.
You are lying.
Oh my life. What? So you're gonna sit here and just call me a liar on my podcast?
You are a spawn of liars.
Wow. Okay, let's wrap this up. Oh, there's more. Okay. Well, Sam Campbell says, lesson from today. Our beginnings are our initial introduction into our destiny. My God. Once our responsibilities grow, we have the responsibility to nurture the talents we're blessed with. Good podcast. Listen, Sam, you have summed it up so well that I actually might ask you one of these days to just do a video recap. My God, on today,
glory.
Bishop.
It's time to do the benediction.
Listen,
that sounded like a benediction.
It's quiet. I mean, if you want to leave everyone else out who left comments, but I don't think we're going to do that.
You want to come up to the altar for prayer.
Ashley Acoustics. Looks like that sounds like the name of a company. He says, what's up? Chilling in Washington, the Netherlands. I'm from Florida, though. What's up, fam?
He's from where?
Florida.
Florida.
DJ Cole says CCM genre is dry. Sticks agrees with you.
Like that drum head that the Brody said earlier.
Christopher Field says Sam Candle's preaching, Doc, and he was. We almost got to cut the organ on.
It is already on.
Musa says, what are CCM churches? I'm not from the U.S., so I'm not familiar with the lingo.
Contemporary.
Good. No, I'm playing.
Contemporary Christian music.
Contemporary Christian music. It's the term that is used to describe music that sounds like popular rock music or popular When I say rock music, like pop
I
rock
just got
music.
exhausted thinking of the music.
Yeah, it's
Type it in.
yeah. Just Google it. You'll hear the same four
Type-
chord progressions.
Type in Hillsong. Hillsong does a lot of
Yeah, and it's not terrible music. It's not horrible people. What I'm saying.
playing it that gives that kind of
Oh
makes it like,
yeah, it's like watching a baseball game. You know what I'm saying?
So
But anyway,
maybe baseball players.
That's different. Playing baseball is fun. Watching baseball is the part. Have you watched a game on TV? When's the last time you watched a baseball game on? Okay, now going to the game is cool because it's about the people you're with, and you can see some cool stuff. But when you're just like, oh man, the TV's on and it's baseball. I mean, unless it's the World Series.
I don't watch sports anymore.
Christopher Field says Damani's a politician on the low. I don't know.
He is. He's going for president 2020.
I don't know. Bajana L.
Whoa.
I don't know how to pronounce this.
BJ?
Bajan Alpha 4. BAJANALPHA. It's all one word though. Bajan Alpha 4. LOL. So our CCM drummer is not legit. How can one go from being a great CCM drummer to a great drummer? We are not saying CCM drummers are not legit. There's some phenomenal CCM drummers.
We're saying we don't know any phenomenal
Oh my god.
We don't know any CCM drummers that are raw. That's what we're saying. There are some out there. We don't know who they are.
We don't, but then again, we don't know that much about CCM music other than the CCM music that we have to play at the churches that we play at. And you definitely play at a CCM church, bro. That's all you see is CCM walking around.
I'm grateful for my gig.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the people that got me on over there, man.
And I actually played over there with you this past
go.
Sunday, and then I went to do all the other churches that I play at.
There you
go. Musa asked, Damani, what's your favorite song from Michael? Mine is Human Nature. Human Nature is actually one of my favorites. My other one of my favorites is Earth Song. That song is actually fire. I actually Vadia did a cover of it, and I arranged some of the parts, the vocals, and it was dope. It's really, really dope. I'll post it one of these days.
Any questions on Facebook before you finish YouTube?
Well, Facebook just act like they didn't want to be around.
They're just being disobedient today.
Yeah. Noah asked, when did you start getting noticeably better on the drums? For me, it was around 14, 15 is when I started to see a jump. Like, oh, wait. Wow.
You can see it in yourself.
I can see it in myself. Yeah.
Not bad.
And then I've had some jumps since then as well. By the time I was 18, it was another jump that I could really see. Christopher Fields is laughing at you, saying that there's no phenomenal CCM drummers. And Bajan Alpha says, yes, he loves Earth Song as well. So you feel me? Come on. Blake Great says, give Facebook the lemon cookies and sugar-free fruit punch for being disobedient. Oh, and he said it's Beiju. No, it's Bayonne, like Cajon, or Cajun. No, it's Bayesian, like Cajun. My bad. Bayesian Alpha. Bayesian Alpha 4. I'll remember that, Bayesian Alpha 4. All right, fam. That's actually the end of it. We got through it. All the comments and questions, and we're gonna end this before they give any more.
They're gonna type. They're typing already.
Hashtag all the way through. Hashtag you know what it is.
Share.
Matter of fact, if I put a you know what it is on a t-shirt, would you wear it?
Turn on post notifications. Share this video with all. With any. That's it, bro. Peace.
Yo, leave the hashtag all the way through
on the comments.
So appreciate you leaving them on the chat, but on the comments, man. All right, y'all. Peace out to YouTube. We'll catch y'all on the next one.
Thursday, 2 p.m. 2
p.m. You know what it is.
Listen,
and on Thursday when you show up, bring your cousins. Bring your cousins. I want them to come listen. They don't even have to play drums. We just want more people.
Oh man.
All right, y'all. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.